Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing to start your Good Friday if you are celebrating that with us. So thank you so much for entering into our space. So we thought we'd just take the edge off a little bit, and we normally throw a lot of shade at our footballers, especially from other teams. So we're going to shift our Football Friday focus to shine a spotlight on all the good deeds happening in the EPL, all thanks to sponsors just like ABSA, the proud official banking partner of the English Premier League. So let's start with a Spurs player, shall we? Because this is the only story I could find about Spurs that was worth reporting on this year. Now, they did obviously make it through last night. Big Ange, we love you. Well done. But I'm gonna,
well done.
Thanks. Yeah, whatever. That was a passive-aggressive clap there.
Usually there's only one person clapping.
Normally it's a slow clap at the beginning of the game to try and get the team going. So we're going to focus on a brilliant midfielder with great scoring potential, James Maddison, Tottenham Hotspur midfielder. He is dedicating his annual celebrity golf day to raise funds for the incredible Noah's Ark Children's Hospice, the club's official charity partner. And they create moments that these kids just will never forget. The event supports children with obviously life-limiting conditions and their families. And we often forget about the damage, the knock-on effect to those families who have to be by that bedside every day, every night. Well, Maddison recently visited the hospice himself, showing his ongoing commitment ahead of a very special North London derby. We're not allowed to talk about the derby, okay, but maybe this will inspire them, okay?
Yes, maybe.
But this has got to be what it's all about. You're sitting here on an influencer who can literally change the way most of us, because football reaches everybody. Even Carissa
billions.
now.
Yeah, Carissa's going to be playing soon, you know, for Banyana, you know.
That's the manifestation station, dude. Just be careful what you manifest.
You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it.
Listen, I must say, I'm really proud for the fact that if you really understand the impact that these players have, not like globally, but in their communities, in the sort of areas that they're playing in. Bro, for one kid to see that, it literally has a lifelong impact. So I know that they know that this is the effect they have, but to see it happen and to see that effect and to see the emotion of these kids, you can clearly see how important it is. And I love seeing these moments, man. It truly is special.
And you created, we see it in the South African context, a beautiful golf day where you can get people, and I would imagine how terrifying must that be, to be invited to Maddison's golf day. Okay, not the best weather conditions.
No, that's the best for them.
I was about to say, that's a balmy day.
I'm in London.
But there's Cole Palmer. There's one of the crazy things on these days, suddenly all allegiances, all north-south, London derby lines dissolve. Guys are just players and they come out. But what blows me away, I don't know if it's because of the free time they have, they're all brilliant at golf.
No, they are definitely. They make time. Remember, they get a day off. But I must say, you know, the moment that these kids get with these guys, be it just a 10-second photo, a hello, a hi, how are you feeling, you know? We're here for you. It's a lifetime for those kids. And that is the impact at the end of the day. Yes, they've got the money to help with getting the equipment for the hospice, for the various hospitals and all of those things. But the moment is when they actually spend time with these kids and just give them hope. And that's what football is all about. It's a beautiful game that gives hope at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I would imagine Spurs are quite generous on that side as well.
No trophies, just hope.
Yeah, exactly. That's our currency, buddy. That's our currency. I've got it tattooed on the inside of my arm. There is one young man who has taken so much flack. We talk about shade in the Premier League. Marcus Rashford has had the raw end of the stick for a long time. And I want to fill you in and make you feel guilty here, okay? He's been a partner of Fair Share and a very vocal partner, even during his tough times. They're a UK-based charity that combat food poverty and waste. It's everywhere in the world. Initially aiming to raise $100,000 to provide 400,000 meals. Well, his campaign, it got on fire, quickly surpassed expectations, raising approximately, get this, 20 million pounds.
That's
so
crazy.
You can imagine what this funding has done, enabling Fair Share to distribute over 2 million meals weekly to vulnerable children and families across the UK.
Bro, that's a huge number, bro. They
massive.
talk about impact here, and never mind just fame, but to have fame have a call to action, and people go above and beyond. Bro, that's what these players have. They have the
influence
to move people.
But I want to frame it like this. So you're dealing with a percentage of that entire population is now attached to this moment.
Yeah.
2 million people weekly are being affected
Yeah.
by this. You are shifting culture. You've got young kids seeing one of the most important celebrities doing that for them. They now understand how important they are. I think people miss that karmic exchange that happens in these moments, man.
And I must say that I did not like the way the UK media portrayed him with him.
Yes, I can tell you that.
He came out and he was like, what you guys are doing is wrong in means of the organization's not feeding the people that are struggling out there. And the UK media just went after him as if he was some kind of spoiled brat.
But that's
and
their
I'm not-
mode.
yes, and that's how they were
mode,
able to sell, their newspapers and things like that. But if you look at the bigger picture, 2 million meals a week. If we had someone here in South Africa doing that, come on.
Hey, listen, we've got
crazy.
people doing that in South Africa without 20 million pounds, and that's the crazy thing.
And him just going out there, I'm like, come on, give the guy his kudos, tap him
Why
on his
would you
back.
slate that? Yeah.
Come on, why are you
And Harry
going
is
after
sitting
him?
in another country right now. That's just mind-blowing to me. So let's now focus on the Premier League at large. And I think they must be inspired by what their players are doing. Their charitable fund, known as the PLCF, one of the world's largest sports charities, in fact, established back in 2010, might have had something to do with our neck of the woods, to harness the power of football for social good across England and Wales. Now, it partners with professional football clubs to deliver community-focused programs that promote health, education, personal development, and social inclusion. And I'm going to let you round off, Raul, because I think you get more fulfillment going and working with kids who have barely touched the water and the sand than you do. And I know you love the pinnacle of the sport and where you get to play around. But for you, is that not where the magic happens?
Well, I know
man?
this might be the weirdest sort of analogy, but imagine just seeing a pile of wood just lying there. And it's not anything other than a pile of wood. But in that moment of interaction, in that moment of sharing a skill set, you see that wood set alight in such an extraordinary way. It's such a beautiful fire that you can see spark within that person, that child, that's never going to get put out anytime soon. And I think that sort of analogy is literally what's happening here. These moments are interactions of sparks,
a catalyst,
a catalyst to the actual magic. And you talk about hope.
Yes.
Oh, this goes beyond hope. This is belief. I don't hope when I see someone I can
You
resonate
see it
with.
now,
I'm seeing it. I believe it. It's now a pathway. It's no longer a dream. That's what's happening.
Some people are waking up now listening to that, thinking that a certain festival has already started and our shaman is here. Okay, he is ready to take us on that journey. The bottom line is sport has the most powerful elements of transformation, of empowerment, and I think baseline, love. We love our footy players. We love the beautiful game. They love us right back. It is the perfect harmony.
Yay, sports.
Yay.